Hi there, I'm Carmen and welcome back. I'm here at Aligned Pilates Studio and today we are going to do a more challenging mat workout because I'm going to add in some inversions exercises that require us to get our tush up over our head, and those ones are going to be the rollover, the corkscrew, the jackknife, and also including, the high scissors, the bicycle, and the shoulder bridge. Now, if any of those do not sound familiar to you, then I suggest you go back and you work on the basic mat, and there are other tutorials within the YouTube channel that do work on just those individual exercises. All right, let's get started. You can come to the front of your mat, and if you're practicing at home, just know that this is the front and that's the back, and we're going to lower down with control. For myself, I'm practicing lately raising up onto my heels and working my balance like that as I squat down, keeping my spine nice and long and working my knee bending. Whew, that felt great. We're going to go into the 100. Up we go. Again, if you're new to Pilates, this mat routine will probably be a little too advanced for you, so I suggest you go back through the other in the catalog and find the basic mat. So we're doing the 100, and we're going to pump our arms 100 times vigorously, and we're finding a calmness as we go along. And we're going to work at, well, what I'm working at is trying to keep pretty steady, keep my legs continuing to reach away from my strong middle. I'm going to come up a little to support my neck. And then we're going to stretch down. Now, when you have the luxury of being in the studio with a Pilates mat, why not use it? So for the roll up, if you don't have one, you're just going to work extra hard to keep your legs on the mat, reach your heels away. I have a bar here. It helps me keep my chest wide as I roll through my spine. I'm going to exhale as I continue to round forward, and I'm unfolding or uncurling. We're going to keep the speed going because we want flow. That was a big part of my work with Jay Grimes, is find that flow, get moving, he would say to me, because we're working out. And it's only the second exercise in, so don't be too hard on yourself if you feel like a stiff board. All right, our first inversion is called the rollover. So if you are at home, your arms are beside you. And if you're in the studio and you don't have anything going on with your shoulders, great way to open your chest is using the poles. Bring your legs up towards the ceiling, and then you lift your tush from there. You get the pelvis to your tushy to reach over, your face, open the legs, and come down. And then reach away, but not too low. You want to maintain a strong middle. And over, and open, and flow down. Legs coming together. Lift the hips over. Try not to throw your legs over. That's the intention here, is to be in control when we do our Pilates. We try to make it feel good. So if this is not feeling good, stop, skip this exercise, go to the next one, and wait for us. You don't want to get hurt in Pilates. It's to revive your body back to life. We're going to pick up our strap. If you don't have a strap, again, you'll just keep your arms down beside you. One leg is on the mat and your other leg lifts up. And we're going to go into our one leg circles. We cross over the body and to the center, keeping my body still on the mat as I make these awesome circles of my leg bone in my hip socket. Reverse. I keep my other leg reaching long to try to keep my back of my tush on the mat to help support this whole thing we're doing. It goes pretty fast, so we have to be in control. The best way to find control is to use your equipment. Use your poles to stabilize your upper back. Use your leg on the mat to keep the lower body reaching, and then reverse. So again, this is a more challenging workout, so anything that's not great for you, I suggest you stop, go back to the basic mat, or go with your teacher and work on some of those elements. Going into rolling like a ball. And we're going to roll for 1 and up. Let's try and challenge ourselves not to go back so far. Carmen. 3, up. And last one. And I'm already thinking, okay, I'm going into the single leg pull. Lower down with control. I'm going to pull and pull it deeper. My arms are using a lot of pull in the bicep, triceps. The arms are strong. My leg that's reaching away is held up by my gut and the back of my legs. Okay, double leg pull or stretch, as some of us know it by. Reach and then pull in and get all the air out. And let's take a big breath in and circle around and around. Single straight leg. Pull and pull. Give that leg a stretch. Jay would always say, reach up to that ankle. Don't cheat. Get up there. Easier said than done. All right, double leg lower. And up. Up. Reach away. And lift. Here comes the awesomeness. Now, twist. I like to catch my breath on this one. Don't rush it. Great. Sitting up, feet out to the side. Oh, I forgot my boxes at the end, but we're just going to keep on going. I'm not doing another take. Spine stretch forward. You know, that's really what we do on YouTube. We just decide, screw it, we're just going to keep going. Now, as your spine's stretching, you're doing exactly what the exercise says. You're stretching your spine. As your legs are dynamically reaching away. Moving into open leg rocker, lifts your legs up. And I guess we could call this an inversion too, because we are lifting our tush up above us and return. Hence making this workout much more challenging. Lift up, Carmen, in the chest. Woo! This is great. So glad I'm doing this for you guys and me. Okay, we'll transition to the corkscrew. You're going to bring your legs together. Release your hands and lower down slowly. Position yourself. If you're using your poles, I sometimes seem to travel backwards through that rolling series. So just stretch out if you need to. Otherwise, your arms are down beside you if you're at home. Here we go. This is the next kind of inversion we're working on in this challenging mat. Hips over you. Lift your legs up. Stay on the back of your neck, or the head, pardon me, and your shoulder blades, just the tops of them. And then you're going to start to reach your legs to one side as you make your way down with control. Now that is the biggest thing about this, is the control. And we have a strong middle, and we're reaching our legs away, and also the crown of your head is reaching in opposition. Watch you're not scrunching your neck. Keep your neck long. Left side, right side, up, and now we're going to come down the middle. So, your legs are going to open wider, and here we go. You're going to twist. You're going to reach your arms in opposite directions, pulling back through your middle for a stretch. Untwist, center, twist, and reach. Lift up and untwist. I really want you to make that a priority, that you come up in that twisted position and then untwist, because spine twist comes later on, and we are actually twisting in spine twist like a lot. Holy crow, that was awesome. Roll onto your tummy. And if you have a mat like this, come to this end. We're going to do the Swan Dive. If you don't know the Swan Dive, or if you're just doing a basic swan, just do it now. Hands are on these poles, and you're using the poles to help, well, first of all, it helps me to relax this part, because I know that I can use my arms into these poles to help me find my back muscles. So I don't have to overwork my tush too much. And then back down. Now, to get enough clearance to dive, for sure, our arms are going to have to work a little to come up. And then we dive. 3, 2, 1. And around. Again, if anything looks like you feel like you're in the circus and it's just not feeling great, single leg kick, we move on. I suggest you go back and do that foundation mat, or watch some of the other mat exercise tutorials to just catch you up to speed. And you can always come into the studio. Head to one side, double leg kick. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Reach the legs and the arms coordinate together as if they're tied. And there's that connection between the feet and your hands in the double leg kick. 1, 2, 3, and lengthen. And lift. It's hard to lengthen and lift at the same time because gravity wants to take us down and our muscles want to hold us up, and then we tighten up. So if you feel a lot of that in your low back or your glutes or your butt muscles, or I don't know, you just like maybe you're doing too much of that in your shoulders, take it down a bit. You don't have to go so high like I did. You're just going to stretch long. We want Pilates to feel like it's doing something amazing in our bodies. And I say that from my own experience. I've been practicing Pilates for a while, and sometimes I would feel fantastic, and then other times it was like I was searching for more, and that's when I kind of got a little hurt. So you want to have ultimately a strong middle, torso, making that spine long. as your arms and legs help with what you're doing in the exercise. All right, so that was the thigh stretch. We're going to go into the neck pull. Feet into your strap. Again, if you're at home, you won't have your strap, but you are going to work your legs, you know, as if the leg bones are sitting nice right in your hip socket. Not too wide, not too shallow. Hands behind the head. And use your arms and your upper back muscles to get you up, to help the abs. If we just really kind of yank on the abs, we're kind of missing the point of using the whole body. And pull that neck at the end. And nice and tall here. Keeping length through my body. If you practice short box, I mean, what the heck, that was short box. Round. Whoo, whoo, whoo. May not sound like it's feeling good in me, but it is. We're still working out, right? So there's going to be a little bit of grunting and going on. Next, I guess this would be your third new inversion or more challenging in this challenge mat workout. And this is your high scissors, your bicycle, followed by then the shoulder bridge. So we're kind of like taking it up to the max, then adding some coordination of movement to see if you can really maintain that strength up in the air. And then we take it down. And it's not saying that shoulder bridge is easier, but it's like, okay, we can ground our feet and we can still work on our Pilates and stretching the body, keeping our middle, holding this structure up and opening up our upper back. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's move. Legs come up. They come over, lift, hold your back of your tush area, your bones there. And you're going to lift one leg up as the other leg lifts away, because we know we're going to go into bicycle with that leg that's reaching away from us. Okay? So the challenge is to stay up, to not drop that front foot that's over my face forward too much. I mean, it will a little. And then we bicycle. So we're suspended up here so nicely that we can do these fabulous bicycles. Whew, now we're reversing. And I'm going to transition the way I like to do it for my body. I change my hands here. I sort of fold to fit. And then I lift up as if I'm on a barrel. Lift that chest. Heel reaches down and up. And down and up. My foot on the ground is giving me what I need to support my hips upwards while that leg is doing stuff. I may have done one too many, but maybe just 3 is good. And up, down, lift, and down. I just went a little slow just so you could see that. And now I'm going to lower down. Whoa, that was awesome. Good stretch out here. Now we're going to kind of pull everything back in and do our spine twist and center. Here's your saw idea that I was getting you guys to do at the start. Okay. Our, I guess, fourth inversion exercise, we're going to pop it in now. If you don't know it, it's Jackknife. Watch a couple of times, practice with your teacher, and then put it into your routine. It has more momentum, I would say, but having said that, it requires more body control to sort of control that momentum. So the idea is to get the legs right over, just like in rollover, and then up, and then roll down. Okay, very similar. If you're practicing the overhead on the reformer, here we go. Up and rolling down. Defying gravity, reach away. Defy, defy, defy. Down. If you have any questions about these exercises, certainly write them in the comments, what you're going through, what you saw maybe I'm doing, and you're like, what is she doing? I don't do that, or I learned it differently. I'm open to all of that. I love having these conversations. Okay, side kicks over onto your side, and we're going to take it forward and back, and front and back. Now, depending on how our bodies are shaped, hips, no hips, more thigh muscle, tightness, blah, blah, everybody is going to do these and look different. I guess what's important when you're practicing, are you feeling the ideas of your Pilates in you? So for me, I talk about the spine shape, so we're tall. And then I talk about using a strong middle to hold a little more stable as my legs do this fun circusy thing. And up and heel down. And you know, control is a big part of Pilates. And we're still working out, so I should take my own advice and speed her up. All right, good. Small circles. We're going to take it. I like to align right with my body. And then I will kind of extend back to a place where I can feel it still in that hip socket, that leg. And it's not overly hurting anywhere here, but it's feeling strong, okay? And then big circles, we just put all it together. Here's the front, here's the up, there's the back of the kick and front. Up, back, and around. I know, wild, eh? Did you ever think about that? But that's what it is. Okay, there's always a forward, maybe a reverse, and then there's a combo. Roll over to your side, other side, here we go. And like everything in life, right and left sides, front and back, upper and bottom, we have two sides to the story, so you might feel different on this side of your body, which is okay. Just notice the difference and just think about, well, what's that about? Do I need to work on more alignment? Do I need to relax more? Am I gripping? You know, how can I make this feel good? And it's strengthening my muscles while elongating them. All right, big circles. Here we go. Front, up, and back. Front, up, and behind. Reverse, back, up. Great. Okay, you knew it was coming. Ha! Teaser. I'm going to give you an idea that I've been working on. When you're doing your teasers, if you've coached by me, or if you've learned it like in this classical sense where you go up and you do your upper body first as a variation, and then you do something with your lower legs for a variation, and then on the third one you do the whole thing. Try to think about the reason why Joe or Romana or, you know, whoever kind of put this in, all right? These variations, their purpose. So here we go, we're gonna go up. Now, my purpose for my arms at the moment that I'm working on, this is what I'm gonna do with you guys, is this is my roll back bar, and I'm gonna roll down from it. and then I'm going to come back up. Now that's just an idea to maybe help you with your teaser. And I'm going to hold that rollback bar. It's holding me up so that I can have the floatiest legs. If that doesn't appeal to you, push up your push-through bar. Lifts you up, and you're doing these awesome legs. So kind of relate your experience to being in the studio. It kind of helps when you're tired or tight or trying to shoot a video and talk at the same time. Ugh. Whew. Well, if that doesn't deserve some swimming, let's do it. Stretch out our tummy. Get on your stomach. Now, when you're training, of course, when you're working out, you're not talking and you're very focused. And it's kind of a quieter practice. I guess just don't take yourself too seriously. I've been there, done that. It doesn't work. One day you'll do good Pilates, next day it'll be crap, and the third day it'll be, oh, that was pretty cool. Round your back, so that was swimming. And now we're going into the leg pull. Up into that long stretch plank position. Lift a leg without moving your hips, falling down or anything like that. Imagine someone's pulling you back as you go through the tendon stretch of that ankle and return. Someone's pulling me back. I get to stretch my heel, and then I'm going to pull that person forward. My body's coming through my chest. That's work. Turn over to the front position of the leg pull. And this time we're opening our body with our arms challenged behind us. Lift your seat up. Find that lift where I might have to move forward just a touch. And that's okay. That's what practice does. You get into the position that works for you in that moment. Keep those hips even. You don't have to lift your leg as high as I am. I remember one point I didn't even lift the leg. All right, that is all for the challenging mat. We're going to finish off with some seal, add a few push-ups, and you're done. Here we go. Seal. Bring the legs in. Now you will notice if you're an advanced Pilates student, I missed some of the exercise at the latter half of this mat, and that's okay because many of you are just starting your inversions and you might be tired now. And that's enough. And I'll come back and do another video and add those in. Stand up. Your push-ups. Arms to the ceiling. Nice and long. Your arms and your middle body reach across the room as you come down to the floor. Walk out. Reach your heels back. Doesn't this feel familiar? Leg pull. Long stretch. I mean, it's everywhere in the room. Even a little imagining you're doing the pull straps on the box. You're on a box, you're long. Round up, there's your elephant, like being on the reformer. And coming all the way to standing. That was most, but not all, of Joe's advanced work on the mat. Again, the point of this video was to challenge you. Some of you have been asking for the overhead, the rollover and the corkscrew, high scissors, jackknife. So I thought I'd make a video to help you with those, to get you on your way of adding that in your practice. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and we'll talk. And don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. Pilates is awesome. I just love it and it's good for you. We'll see you in the next video.